Memoir, Memory, and Mastery Presentation by Brittany Davis. In The Skin That We Speak by Lisa Delpit and Joanne Kilgore Dowdy, the authors seek to explore the connections between language and identity, language and cultural conflict, race, and school success. The book is divided into 3 sections and includes personal essays, linguistic analysis, case studies, and policy analysis, many of which speak to the ongoing debates surrounding Ebonics and the education of African American students. The 13 essays within this book delve into how speakers of non-standard English, which are mostly varieties of African American dialects or Ebonics, view themselves, how schools have often perpetuated the educational inequities of African American children and other children, and how educators can create the best frameworks to honor students' language and identity. What are the connections to multicultural education? Since the 1960s, multicultural education has evolved both in theory and in practice. Multicultural education can be described as any form of education or teaching style that integrates diverse values, beliefs, different histories, texts, and perspectives from various people with dissimilar cultural backgrounds. Throughout this book, there are distinct connections between culture, immigration, language disparities, and racial/ethnic prejudice. When we discuss language, we often say that it is to deliver a message and even aid in connecting people to a certain culture or ethnicity that someone identifies with. When people speak the same language, they often share a bond and share their histories through their set language. In part 1, the author talks about growing up in Trinidad and having to speak the colonizer's language instead of her native Trinidadian language, due to her mother insisting that she do so, ultimately making her feel as though her true self was being pushed to the side. Being forced to speak the Queen's English while at school or around certain people such as teachers made the author feel a sense of loss within her cultural identity and her native language. How does language reflect our cultural identity, power, and privilege? Language and cultural identity. Language is a fundamental aspect of cultural identity. Language is used to communicate values, beliefs, and customs. People are often categorized by other people according to the language that they speak. Language also has an important social function and fosters feelings of group identity and solidarity. Language and power. Acceptable language is often influenced by political hierarchy. According to Baker's theory, there are at least 3 forms of the English language that most Americans need to learn in order to be successful within society. These 3 forms are referred to as trilingualism. Home English or dialect is language that is used in the home. Formal or academic English is language learned in school, through the media, or within well-educated families. Professional English is the language of one's job or profession. Baker introduced these clear and thoughtful strategies for working with students and how to help them explore language a lot more. Language and privilege. Career and educational opportunities are easily attainable when knowing Standard English. Standard English has many benefits such as improving job prospects, communication skills, and even cultural awareness. How can we assist these culturally and linguistically diverse students? To assist them socially, we should be building relationships and providing a safe and secure environment. To assist them academically, we should be incorporating diversity into the lesson plans. To assist these students to be successful socially and academically, we must get to know our students and their interests. We must also maintain consistent communication while acknowledging and respecting every student. When incorporating diversity into lesson plans, we must practice cultural sensitivity. If we as educators keep these in the back of our minds and incorporate these various ways to assist our students, we are ultimately setting them up for success.